Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on what part of the world you're joining us from. My name is Mike Green, and I'm joining you from Spokane Valley, Washington today. Couldn't be more excited to be here. We've got people still coming into the room. I'm going to go ahead and delay here just a few minutes, see if we can't get, whoops, there's Von Tarver already. He's coming in. I'm going to delay just a couple seconds, see if we can't get a few more people. If you guys have invited someone, all I can tell you is send them a Skype, send them a text. Call them up real quick, tell them to get on this webinar, because this is the December Frenzy. This is worth hearing firsthand. Yes, we are recording this tonight. We'll do our best to get that broadcasted out later, but get people here live. Let them actually get in here and ask a few questions. We're going to try and keep this at 30 minutes tonight. After that 30 minutes, you'll have all the information in your hands, and then we'll probably open this up like we did last night to some Q&A. Also remember that we're going to do this again tomorrow night, same time, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Sunday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then we're going to be on the Jumpstart, the regular link for the Monday night Jumpstart. We're going to go over the same information again. So build to that big event, because that's when everything we're going to talk about tonight goes into play, is actually Monday night, midnight Pacific Standard Time. You want to make sure people know what the heck's going on, so get into these webinars. I'm going to, let's see, I think we've got Lawrence maybe coming on a little bit later. We've got Von Tarver here tonight. Yep, that's Mike Green. That's me. And then hopefully we've got Lawrence chiming in here in a little bit. But I'm going to turn this over to Von Tarver, kind of letting him get the ball started. After I make this claim, and this is a pretty big one, you guys, this is not a game changer. It is not. It's a life changer. And again, I know I don't mean to be too hypey, but that's a real statement, you guys. This is a life changer. These kinds of opportunities only come around once in a while. If you take advantage of this, this could be the one that sets the foundation for your entire team for 2016. I'm not kidding. You'll see it in a second, but I'm talking about setting that foundation by December 31st. You go into action on this thing come Monday midnight, 12:01 a.m. That's Tuesday morning at 12:01 Pacific Standard Time. You jump on this, lunge forward with it, and you absolutely will set that foundation for your entire team in 2016. But look, I want to hand this over to Vaughn. We've labeled him for this webinar series as our historian extraordinaire. He's got a couple things he wants to share with you guys, and I'll come back and explain the fine details of what we're doing here. Vaughn, are you with?
Mike, I'm there. Historian extraordinaire. I can't believe still that you could spell that, number one. And historian,
twice.
Hey, historian just means that I'm just the oldest guy in the room here, but I usually am these days. Mike, thank you so much, and thank everybody for coming, especially for all the folks that we have down in Australia and New Zealand. They're blowing open, and we really appreciate you coming in, as well as our Asia folks. Thank you. And our European guys, man, it's like, what, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning over there, and they're present tonight. And really, why is because we're creating a frenzy here. And I want to start off, Mike, if you don't mind, by telling everybody a little update that in the last week, our calls have doubled in attendance. And it's one simple reason why, folks. It's because of the frenzy deals. And that's what's going on, and that's what we're going to talk about tonight. And you may be asking, what is a frenzy deal? Well, that's real simple. A frenzy deal, folks, should be coming out not this coming week, but the week following. This is all getting ready for it. But let me give you an example of what a frenzy deal may look like. You open up your social network and you see the frenzy deals. You go to the button that says, I believe it's going to say Seek. In your social network, and when it does, it's going to take you to the frenzy deals of the day. Let me ask you, now this is just an example, but what if we had one in there with a $100 gift certificate from Amazon, and we had the deal of the day at $30 for that Amazon gift card and 20 frenzy bucks? Would you consider that a good deal, and would you dial that thing up as fast as you could? Absolutely. What about for all you golfers out there? What if we had a set of Ping golf irons? I haven't bought a set of irons in a long time, but they're about $1,500. And what if you had it for on the frenzy deal of the day for $250 and 250 frenzy bucks. What would you think? You'd buy that thing all day long. It's a heck of a deal, and that's why people are excited about our frenzy deals. That's what's creating the frenzy. And Mike talked about our promotion that we have going on for December. It will start at 12:01 a.m. Pacific. That'll be Monday night, Tuesday morning. And that's what this is all about. This is a promotion for December, folks. And it is all based around the frenzy deals and the frenzy bucks. And so that you understand, I'm going to kind of set the stage for Mike to come in and give you the details. And you see that historian down there, and I'm going to tell you a story or two about how we actually came up with this and the idea that we have. We were sitting around and we're talking about, what's probably the most difficult thing you can do when you're starting out with your brand new business. I know some of you on the line tonight are seasoned pros. Some of you have maybe once or twice swung at the ball. And then some of you are looking at a business like this for the very, very first time. And here it is, folks. The hardest thing to do in this business, see if you agree with me, is building your foundation. You see, why the industry is a $200 billion a year industry, actually it's just under that. And so many people have, created, millions in this industry is for one simple fact. People want to get passive income. They want to get residual income. And they talk about stuff like exponential growth. Well, folks, to do that and to achieve that, you have to build your initial foundation. That's why so many fail in this business, because they quit because they couldn't get the foundation built. Therefore, you're not going to see a residual income. You're not going to see a passive income. So people quit. So would you agree with me that probably one of the, if not the most difficult thing to do is to build your foundation? Pay close attention, because this is all about us. And so we were sitting around, and all of a sudden it came to us, and we conferred over it, and we used history to actually come up with a promotion, and that's what I'm going to share with you right now. Actually, if you'll take yourself back to 1983, I know some of you on the horn tonight weren't even born then, but the ones that have been around and maybe even been in the industry since then, you may remember there was a water filter company. And they had been in another business with another product for 18 years, and they brought on water filters. And in that water filters, for the next 4 years, they were actually mounting up a whopping maybe 4, maybe 5 water filter sales a week. And they were going down. They couldn't survive. Just how it happened, folks, you can check this out for yourself. But they couldn't survive any longer. And it actually was in the month of December. That's one of the things that spurred my head to this. And I went, okay, well, listen to this. And they were all sitting around and, telling each other how the last 22 years have been with each other and how much they liked each other. But, they were about to shut it down. They couldn't survive any longer. Going to look for something else to do for all of them, the executive core there. And there was a guy saying, we're not going to close it down in December this month, so why don't we try something a little different? Why don't we just give these things away in the spirit of giving in December? And they liked it, and they actually termed it, and they named it the puppy dog approach. And the puppy dog approach in this scenario was so simple. What they did is they asked people to try the water filter in their house for a week, all the bottled water they could drink, bottled quality water at their point, at their faucets in their kitchen, all the water they could drink, their kids could drink, fill up their water bottles with it. And at the end of the week, if you liked that water filter, you could purchase it then, and if you didn't, you could give it back, no questions asked. Folks, that's the puppy dog approach. Now, let's go forward from that point 2 years. 2 years later, folks, that company was a $2 billion a year company. Now listen to that. That's $2 billion a year. Folks, it's never been done again since. And that's the way they did it, by using what is called the puppy dog approach. So when I was looking, I'll tell you a little bit more on this, my own story on this. When I had been working at the same job for 12 years, walked in, saw this, and saw how I could build my foundation to the business by going out. And at that time, you could purchase 40 water filters for $5,000. Well, I didn't have $5,000, but I saw it. The next day I walked in and quit my job of 12 years, went out and borrowed $5,000 and went out and placed 40 water filters in 4 days. That started my business, which is now, I've been full-time in this industry 27 and a half years, and I did it with a puppy dog approach. And that's what we have here, and Mike's going to explain to you how all this fits together for all of us. It is so exciting, folks. It's turned everything around, and I can't wait to hear the rest of it. So, Mike, I'm going to give it back to you, Pard.
Hey, thanks, Vaughn, but don't go too far. I'm sure there's some people who have some other questions for the historian. So as we roll forward, be hanging by the phone. We have a couple other leaders that are on the phone as well tonight. We're going to bring them in here a little bit, but again, we're going to try to keep this at 30 minutes before we go into, like maybe a Q&A and hear from some of the other leaders. So let's take a look at what we're talking about doing here. First, I want to talk about Frenzi Bucks. Frenzi Bucks, Frenzi deals. I'll give you a couple of examples here in a second, but on the surface, guys, this is going to be the allure to our social network. People, if you can imagine, will be coming to our social network on a daily basis, potentially even an hourly basis, trying to find out what the heck we've got in these Frenzi deals. It's like hot deals on steroids. For those of you that have been around for a while, we've talked about for a long time having hot deals come into our shopping news feed. Well, Frenzi deals are hotter than hot deals. That's all I can tell you. And just to give a little bit of example, guys, I want you to understand these are just examples, kind of except for that U-Scoot Pro that you see in the center there. I don't know if you guys have checked these out yet. I actually saw one of these at the Hoop Fest in Spokane earlier this year. $499. It's like a Segway, except it doesn't have the handlebars, as you can see. We've got pricing on this for the U-Scoot Pro, $120. That's real. We don't have they're not being offered yet. I'm just telling you, those are the kinds of Frenzi deals that we're getting our hands on. And we've got about 7 employees right now scattered across the globe, some in Singapore, Malaysia, some work in the Hong Kong market and the Taiwan markets for these super hot Frenzi deals. Let me give you another one. Gift cards. On Friday, we purchased a couple of gift cards. One of them was a $50 gift card to local restaurants. To redeem the coupon, all you do is plug in your email address, after you've purchased the coupon or purchased the gift card. $50 gift card, $16.50. Once you purchase that, you plug in your zip code wherever you're at, and it's not franchise restaurants. It's not big name brands. It's the little guys. It's the little real nice restaurants that maybe you didn't even know existed. $16.50. Plug your zip code in. Use that gift card at any one of the restaurants listed. Guys, it's huge. If you can imagine now, this is where the Frenzi Bucks start coming into play. As you can see on each one of these, you've got, the U-Scoot Pro for $120 USD, but then you need 30 Frenzi Bucks to go along with that. Same with the Margaritaville, Margarita Making Machine up here, $195. That's a $499 regular retail value. We find it for $195, offered up for another 20 Frenzi Bucks. So as you can start to imagine, here comes the need for people, not just our I Grow It members, but even our IT users that are in shopping. They're going to see a need to have these Frenzi Bucks. Frenzi Bucks are what is going to open up these super discounted prices. Okay, so we're talking retail items, we're talking vacation packages, we're talking local, not just gift cards. Think about local for a minute. We're actually going to open this up to where you're going to be able to go out to retailers in your own market, whether they're selling a retail product or service industry. You could go to your chiropractor, your dentist, anybody that has a service or a product locally, and as long as they're willing to, offer their services at a 50%, 60, 70, 80% discount, they can get into this same platform on a local basis. If they're selling, globally, if they're selling here in the States or in a specific country, they can geo-target that down and say, here's an offering that I want to, provide just to people in my local market. So it's huge. but it's all encompassing. You know, gift cards, local Frenzy deals, products, vacation packages, travel, the whole thing. It's huge. But again, the need for the Frenzy bucks is to get those low prices. So what we've decided to do, as Vaughn talked about earlier, you know, just simply shifting from selling to giving away. Okay, think about this: the ability to literally give away Frenzy bucks to friends, family, you know, coworkers, neighbors. Give them away. You don't have to go out and try to find somebody to, you know, buy their way into a biz op, come to a webinar to try to figure out what's going on, watch a bunch of videos trying to figure out what's going on. They just join the social network, and you literally will be put in a position to give them Frenzy bucks. Of course, the first thing they're going to ask is, what the heck is a Frenzy buck, and what do I do with it? You're going to be able to take them right into your social platform, click on Seek, and Seek is going to take you right into a newsfeed that's filled with Frenzy deals. Okay? So here's what we're going to do for the month of December. This is huge. We're going to put every single one of you in a position to lay the foundation for your business, not just for 2016, but truly for a lifetime. 600 Frenzy bucks for you. 600 Frenzy bucks to give away. Again, give them to friends, families, coworkers, neighbors. 600 to give away. We're going to limit that to 25 apiece. Give 25 Frenzy bucks to 24 of your friends for $300. And don't forget that $300 value, you've put 600 Frenzy bucks in your pocket. And again, those Frenzy bucks are what is going to open up your ability to actually procure those retail items, those vacation packages, those gift cards for yourself. So tremendous value in Frenzy bucks for yourself, but layered on top of that, Frenzy bucks to give away to your friends. Stop trying to chase your friends into a biz op deal, into a webinar, into a jump start. I mean, you can do that, and I don't want to discourage that. Of course, you're looking for business builders, but this should put every single one of you in a position to go look for those people that would love to save some money inside of our brand new social network platform. And I just want to remind you, and yes, we have this available, you know, more than just $300. You have to, you know, absolutely go out and spend $300. We've got this package broken down to people that are even spending just the $50 a month. You know, if you're doing a $50 a month package, you're getting 70 Frenzy bucks for you. You'll see that live in your social network on Monday. You'll see your Frenzy bucks inside of the It Social Network, but you're also going to see that you've got 100 Frenzy bucks to give away in your I Grow It back office. 100 to give away. That's 4 friends of yours that you get to go out and say, hey, happy holidays. Here's what I'd like to give you. And again, they're going to say, well, what are Frenzy bucks? And you're going to show them. You're going to show them the kinds of special deals they can get by simply clicking into their social network on a daily basis, an hourly basis, checking their push notifications once they're in the social network to say, hey, here's some Frenzy deals you haven't seen yet. You know, click right in and check out what we're giving. I shouldn't say giving away. Almost, though, what we've got, those special Frenzy deals that we've got. But guys, I really, you know, there's people that will play this at different levels. But I'll tell you, if you're looking to impact your business, your organization, this is huge. I can't think of a better place to spend $300 in the month of December to build a business for a lifetime. It's huge. Not just for you. Yes, you get the benefit, and that's great. 600 Frenzy bucks for you is a big deal. 600 Frenzy bucks to give away. I'll tell you what, just imagine having 24 of your friends, family, neighbors, coworkers that are using the social network now, looking for where they're going to spend those 25 Frenzy bucks. And it doesn't matter if they're an I Grow It subscriber, just a regular member, or if they're an IT user. Just join the social network. Remember, when they use up those 25 Frenzy bucks, and now they want to go buy something else, they're going to be prompted to buy more Frenzy bucks. And what happens? Whether they're an I Grow It member or an IT social network just user of yours connected to you, when they buy Frenzy bucks, you're getting paid. 25% commission coming back to you. They buy 100 Frenzy bucks, an IT user buying 100 Frenzy bucks. We're not talking about making pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters maybe. We're talking about you making 25% of a $100 purchase of Frenzy bucks, or maybe a $150 sale of Frenzy bucks. I don't know, $100, 25%, that's $25 in your pocket from an IT user. And they might buy more than once this month. They might buy 2 or 3 times this month. We're now putting you in a position to where those IT users are just as valuable as an iGrowUp member. It's huge. Now, we're going to do it one more time. You give away all 24 of those Frenzi bucks to 25 Frenzi bucks to 24 of your friends, and you get to do it all over again, but just one more time, okay? That puts you in a position to where you could be giving away 1,200 Frenzi bucks to your friends, 1,200 for you, and that's huge when you start to see these Frenzi bucks coming out and vacation packages where you're going to be able to use nothing but Frenzi bucks to get into vacation packages. 1,200 Frenzi bucks for you, 1,200 to give away. That's 48 of your friends that each get 25 Frenzi bucks to go in and shop and find those super Frenzi deals and put some gifts under the tree this year, okay? Now, we're talking about building your business. If you're grasping this, we're talking about your IT users that will make you money when they buy Frenzi bucks. When they just go in and do normal shopping and there's an affiliate commission generated, they're going to make you money. 48 people that you've given Frenzi bucks to, 48, not for $5,000. I don't know how that got in there. Throw that out of there. For $600. Again, I can't think of a better way to kick off a new year, not just for you, but for your teams. Can you imagine your whole entire organization duplicating this process? Okay? You see the value in it. You go in and make that first $300 purchase, or 150, or 100, or even 50, and you start giving Frenzi bucks away. And the people that you're giving Frenzi bucks to are saying, "Hey, wait a minute, you seem awfully excited about this. Pretty animated about what you're doing here. Can you explain a little bit more about what's going on? Maybe I want some of that excitement." And you've opened up the door to talk to people that are actually asking you for more information now. They see the value in what you're doing. They say, "Wait a minute, I can make money doing that as well by giving stuff away. I want a piece of that." Now, I want to be very clear. Personally, it's exactly what I'm going to do. Not what I would do, but what I'm going to do. I'm telling you, on December 1, you want to introduce as many of your friends as you can to these free Frenzi bucks on December 1. Okay? Now, if you get your auto ship later in the month, don't worry about it. Come in and get your Frenzi bucks, whether it's 50, 100, 150, or 300. Get your Frenzi bucks and the Frenzi bucks to give away on December 1. Okay? Why would you do that on December 1? Well, you're going to be able to click one button and say, "You know what? I'm going to let that cover my auto ship later in the month." Okay? So now you don't have to worry about your auto ship. Or you can buy again when your auto ship comes due. Completely up to you to be able to make that option. But you want these Frenzi bucks in your hands because you want to give away as many as you can as soon as you can. And give those people that you're giving Frenzi bucks to an opportunity to do the same thing you're doing. This is a December-only offer. You want to do this and get it done now. Get it done at the first day. Give as many away as you can because that's going to open up that door for those people to come back and say, "Man, maybe I should be doing the same thing because this sounds like it could be a real winner." So guys, that's our December promotion. We're so excited about it. We see this the foundation for every single one of you. Putting yourself in a position not just to own Frenzi bucks for yourself, but to actually give those Frenzi bucks away to introduce people, give them real value, introduce them to the social network. Now, we've got a couple other leaders on the phone here. Will Cormany, if you're out there, I think I've got you in here. You have actually unmuted. Can you kind of tell me how you're feeling about what we're doing here?
Mike, I can't hear this enough. I heard it for the first time day before Thanksgiving from Vaughn, and I cannot. I've waited to see this exact thing happen long before I heard about this company. I've been waiting on this nearly 7 years, and to think that it's going to start moving forward over the next couple of weeks or less, I mean, it truly is Christmas for me because, one of the things you mentioned tonight, Mike, that I think some people may not be connecting the dots on is not only are you're involved in a social network where you can share deals that can't be found anywhere else, and you can give people, free money to go enjoy those deals and get their feet wet and get a taste of that. But what people probably aren't really thinking into right now, some of them are, is how that goes down from there, like you just mentioned. I mean, you're talking about telling 1 or 2 or 3 people regularly, and that infinity bonus is building off of people's shopping experiences, dozens of levels down, That's what's going to get people's attention. When this thing is truly moving and those deals hit the site and those frenzy bucks start being exchanged and shared and passed around and people start screenshotting those deals and posting them on Facebook and social media and saying, hey, I just got this for 70% off. There's a few left. Here's my link. Hit me up if you want some free frenzy bucks. When that stuff starts happening, it will truly be a frenzy. There's no doubt about it. And it's just a slam dunk, and I love that everything's come full circle to this point to be what it is now, and I'm just sitting back waiting on everything else to come together. I can't wait to do this again tomorrow, and Monday night is going to be a riot, and I can't wait. I'll be up probably 3 in the morning Eastern time ready to get started on those deals, but I just love it, Mike.
Well, Will, I got to tell you, what you're talking about, as far as building an organization, you're absolutely right. Because we're talking about getting people paid, whether it's a 25% commission up front or it's the infinity bonus or even a 2 times, 3 times, 4 times multiplier. For the people that already own their mega badge or their power badge or even a savvy badge. We're talking about bringing new people in to the I Grow Up membership base. And if you can only imagine that brand new I Grow Up member that makes that purchase of $300 for 600 frenzy bucks to go do what you're doing, to give away, to get their foundation laid, to get a jump start, not going out and trying to get people to spend money, but actually introducing 24 of their friends. That $300 has some pretty good value, even at 25%. But if you've just earned your savvy badge, you're talking 50%. You've earned your your power badge, you're talking 75%. If you've already earned your mega badge, you're talking 100% commission on a $300 purchase. That's huge.
And then you tell you tell your neighbor, like you said, nothing about anything other than you've got to see this site. Here's the link. Once you sign in, I'll be notified, and I'm going to transfer you some frenzy bucks. Hurry up and get them now. I've only got a few more to give away. And all they do is share it with someone else. That person goes out. In the example you used, they make $100 frenzy purchase, frenzy bucks, and the other free member gets notified that they've earned $25. That's the kind of thing that you talk about it once, you talk about it twice, but when you realize how this is going to amplify $5 at a time, $1 at a time, $25 at a time, it'll completely get out of control really quick. Mike, I'm sorry, I thought you were done and I ran over you again. Sorry, buddy.
No, dude, I love it when people run over me. It actually gets me to stop. But, Will, I've told this story enough times, but I still look at my wife, and she's one of those mild, meek, but has a lot of friends, soccer moms, the neighborhood, all the neighbors she knows. And just to see her get excited about the notion of sharing what she just bought on a frenzy deal with her frenzy bucks, and then actually introducing the social network to her friends. This was before this offer's December offer even came out. She was excited about sharing the social network with friends and finding out that, hey, Margie decided to buy, maybe the used good for her son for Christmas. And the fact that if she went out, Margie's a pretty good shopper, but, Margie goes out and spends $100 on frenzy bucks, and Melissa gets a push notification that, hey, we'd like to say thank you. Your friend Margie just made a purchase of 100 frenzy bucks. Here's your $25. I mean, you're just talking it user to it user to it user. That's a big deal. Now all of a sudden you're going, wait a minute, I'm going to invite a few more of my friends to come join the social network. This company keeps sending me these $25 checks, $12.50 for somebody that buys $50, $112.50 for someone that, oh, wait a minute, maybe I got carried away, 150, 25%, whatever it is. But you know what I mean? And now it's friend on top of friend on top of friend, and they're just it users. They're just using the social network to get really good pricing on these frenzy deals. I think it's amazing.
What stands out to me is we're bringing in people backwards to the way the original idea was. Instead of bringing people in to shop everything and look at discounts and then get the occasional teaser impulse buys, now we're bringing them in on impulse buying, and then they're able to then search around for everything else that they would want to buy. And Mike, I love what you said last night about the local and how this is so much different from a Groupon or whatever because of the fees and the markups and all that kind of stuff. And if you don't have time to touch on it tonight, no problem. But that made a lot of sense and resonated with several people I talked to today.
Well, it really does. I mean, from local deals to, I guess, there's another company out there, and I don't want to mention any names, but, they're pretty popular. They've been around for a number of years. But I've just recently found out that my wife actually uses them quite a bit. We've got a place here in town called Sky High where all the kids go down and hit these giant trampolines and play dodgeball and stuff. But she's used this service before and has gotten great, tremendous discounts to get in the front door for birthday parties and stuff, which I'm always excited about. I love discounts. But I find out on the back end, this company, they actually take 50% of that incoming revenue. So if we're buying a $200 birthday party, but we get it discounted 50% out of $100, we go and pay that $100. The Sky High, they're taking 50% of that revenue and paying it back to the company for promoting their business. Okay, we're not doing that. We're actually going to go out to those same businesses, allow you to go out to those same businesses, actually reward you for going out to those same businesses and let them advertise their 50% off, maybe even 60% off, or even 70% off. 70% off for Sky High would actually be a better deal. Let me do the math